new book claims the gender revolution is dangerous for women. Sex Scandal, the drive to abolish male and female, says we are living in denial by erasing clear definition of the male and female sex. Joining us now, the book's author, Ashley McGuire. Welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
What a book. It puts everything in one place, all you need to know. You look at schools, colleges, the military, work life, home life. What was your biggest takeaway about gender in society?
I think the thing that stood out the most to me was that with all this talk of equality and in trying to achieve equality, trying to stamp out the differences between the sexes, what we end up seeing is women, time and time again, are the ones who are shortchanged by that.
How so?
I think because we are more vulnerable, our needs are more unique, and so the opposite is needed. What's needed is a society that looks at those differences and tries to understand them. And really, I think civil society needs to be built around the special and unique needs of women.
One of the things that you talk about is the importance of college campuses in defining this sort of language and issue. And a recent survey by the Association of American Universities found that 23% of female undergrads experience some type of sexual assault. And you say universities and colleges have become the primary engines behind making sexual difference scandalous. And now the scandal is on them. What do you mean by that?
Well, I think we've seen for decades things like women's studies departments, gender studies programs, trying to break down these differences, argue that our maleness and femaleness is a social construct, and then experimenting in dangerous ways, doing things like, we have colleges now that are actually experimenting with co-ed dorm rooms, and then at the same time wondering why when we have men and women sharing the same showers, sleeping in the same rooms or on the same floors, why we have a sexual assault epidemic.
Social media is also at play here. In 2014, Facebook allows you then to choose from 71 different ways of identifying yourself by gender, and then there are linguists who say you shouldn't use he or she, but what is it, z or zer, z, her? Anyway, so something like that. And Facebook also has a free-form field where you can fill in whatever you want. They has become the word of the year. What does all of this do to our young people who are growing up in this type of society?
Well, I think it makes it incredibly confusing, and I think we know, especially those of us who are parents, that being confused is sort of a hallmark of being a child or a teenager.
Right.
As a parent to a 4-year-old, I spend a lot of my day looking at puzzled eyes when I try to explain things.
Wait till they get to be 13.
Right. I can't speak about raising teenagers, but I think, it's one thing to sort of step back and let children explore. It's another thing to actually actively encourage the confusion, but that's what we're seeing happening.
Okay. You wrote as your closing line, only when we can all say vive la différence can men and women truly begin to live as equals. Ashley McGuire, author of Sex Scandal, the drive to abolish male and female. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.